Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's me back again. So this first time since 7 or 8 months I've been on uploading a video on my Autistic Titanic fan YouTube channel. So this video will be going on that one. And possibly my Titanic fan and Connor Moses channel as well.
Australian mining mogul Clive Palmer says he will build a near replica of the Titanic. Multimillonario australiano quiere construir el Titanic segundo o dos en homenaje a la tripulación fallecida en el naufragio de 1900.
Flamboyant Australian billionaire Clive Palmer's latest project involves the sea rather than the land.
El millonario australiano Clive Palmer planea construir un segundo crucero tomando como modelo al primero, pero con una tendencia
Mr. Palmer
moderna.
also has bigger dreams. He wants to build a working replica of the Titanic.
It certainly is a big plan, and Mr. Palmer says he's the man to deliver.
Después de que se hundiera el Titanic, el multimillonario australiano
澳洲创业大亨帕默尔今天在布里斯本公布铁达尼2号的初步草图，这艘巨轮将会和铁达尼号一样有9层甲板。
Le naufrage du Titanic, un milliardaire australien veut redonner vie au mythe. Clive Palmer a annoncé qu'il avait commandé à un chantier naval chinois une réplique.
著名郵輪鐵達尼號沉沒超過1個世紀，由澳洲航運公司委託。
泰坦尼克百年，澳大利亞創業大亨克萊夫·帕爾默宣布出資復建這艘巨輪。
意大利撞船100週年，所以佢哋就喺4月宣布打造一隻
Brand new Titanic, believe it.
You know, I heard something about that, but I don't know the details.
If they build another replica of that's going to cost them a lot of money, isn't it?
I think it's interesting. Are they planning to sail it or just use it as a museum?
Is it for art or for use or for...
Full size.
Are they actually going to sail it, or is it just... Huh.
I think it'd be a brilliant idea, and it'd be good for the children, you know, that are learning about history.
If they recreate it as it was, then we'll have to go to a museum, wouldn't it, really?
They're kind of unique and curious of what happens with it and who goes on it.
It's like an authentic period. It's going to appeal to those people who say the Orient Express people, isn't it?
I think it's a fabulous idea, actually. Because I've always wanted to do like a Alaskan cruise, and it kind of just made me think of that it's a bit of an adventure.
It's pretty cool. I think that's a cool idea.
I think it's a good novelty idea, yeah.
No, I'm not so sure. I don't agree with it, but a part of me is like, it will show you what Titanic would have looked like, but I still don't agree with it.
I think it's such a nicer way to travel than you know, aeroplanes.
Nothing will change my
Or
mind.
across land. Sometimes it's lovely just to be out at sea.
Are they going to build it? Yeah. Are they? Oh, very good, eh?
It's Clive Palmer's vision to relaunch Titanic 2 in the memory of those that served on the original Titanic, and
Yeah.
make a statement to the world that all those people have not been forgotten, and the future of the Titanic is something that will go forward and be remembered.
The Titanic 2 project is a worldwide venture with Blue Star Line's head office in Australia, Finland's Delta Marin leading the ship design, and China's Jinling shipyard leading the ship construction.
We all know what Titanic looks like. We know it from the movies, and we know it from films, and we know it from books. What we need to do is construct a ship that is as close as possible to the original. And I'm absolutely confident we can do that. We have the team to do it, we have the designers, we have the shipbuilder, we have the historians.
It's an incredible opportunity to be involved with anything on this scale. It's, you know, can't even believe that we're doing it.
I think the food's going to be a vital part of this journey. We had to go and research the Titanic. Who actually thought about the food and about the experience of
Yeah,
the dining experience?
it's like if you want to know what type of food that was on Titanic, what food the people were eating on the Titanic, they had to go and research it.
And New York will be phenomenal.
To follow in the footsteps of my great-great-uncle Joseph.
He's following his footsteps of his great-great-uncle Joseph Bruce Ismay.
Titanic, a maiden voyage, it'd be fantastic. Professor Clive Palmer, he's obviously got a lot of fire in his belly and is very passionate about his project. He's clearly in a position where he's got the funds to push forward with his project, which no one's ever done before. So to give something to the world that was lost and that everyone got to see it, amazing.
When anyone has a dream,
She's related to Molly Brown, that lady. She's the great-granddaughter, sorry.
this huge. I mean, this is not a small amount.
She's the great-granddaughter of Molly Brown, the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Great praise to the good professor for bringing her back to life again and being able to pay homage to those people that were on it. And I think that's the whole thing that I'm excited about.
Camera, focus. Focus, camera. The camera's getting out of focus a bit. With the light.
I think the replica of Titanic is a revival of a collective memory worldwide.
It's so well known in the public. It's certainly an amazing project.
If you become a passenger of Titanic 2, you will feel like you were in the Titanic movie.
The first name of the ship that comes into mind, I think it is always Titanic. Now there will be a new one.
I thought it was a fantastic idea, and when I learned it was initiated by Professor Palmer, it didn't surprise me. Because, you know, he's a guy full of imagination.
I think the spirit of the ship and what it stands for and how it made people come together across the world and the spirit of love, you know. It's Jack and Rose's Romeo and Juliet, and we've all got our own Romeo and Juliet story in our lives, and that appeals to everyone.
Everyone was so touched, overwhelmed by the story, by the adventure, and this human spirit.
Finishing up every detail with the level of artisanship that it requires for an iconic ship like this. It's not going to be an easy task.
We're bringing in some of the best designers for cruise shipping from Europe that's had years of experience to make sure that nothing's overlooked, that everything's looked after. And we've got a specification which is far, far superior than the original Titanic, but the experience on the ship will be exactly the same.
When I heard the first time of the Titanic 2 project, I got excited and thrilled. It's certainly a vessel where we wanted to be involved, and we were seeking for an opportunity to become involved in the project development.
Delta Marine as an independent started about 20 years ago and has since the beginning been concentrating on special vessels such as passenger vessels and all kinds of difficult, more advanced vessels.
Titanic 2 will be 4 metres wider, so we have got greater stability, more room in the cabins. It's got radar, it's got modern navigation, GPS positioning. We've got an additional deck, and that deck's there because it raises the bridge and means we can look over the bow, and that's something that couldn't happen on the original Titanic.
Safety has been, of course, the design criteria for number one for the whole project, and we have implemented a new safety deck to include all the safety features, lifeboats, and so on. We are not having any more the same type of machinery, the same type of propellers, the same type of propulsion system, which means that the passenger comfort will be much higher, but it will be as authentic as possible from the passenger experience point of view.
江苏省呢有非常悠久的造船历史，这个在600多年以前，
telling you the words in, if you people are English or Americans, it's telling you there the subtitles what they're saying, but the words in English, if you know what I mean.
从跟那个客船呢本质上是有很大差别的。那么我们厂无论是从技术、管理，还是其他方方面面，要为迎接这个挑战做好准备。
金陵船厂始终依靠科技创新，并取得了骄人的一击。我们坚信，泰坦尼克2号在金陵船厂的建造会取得举世注目的成功。
Shipbuilding's changed a lot since 1912, and the Chinese shipbuilding industry has certainly led the world in a whole range of areas, and I think it's good for everybody to anything that brings, you know, the fastest developing economy, one of the biggest countries in the world, the biggest country in the world in population, together with North America and Europe can't be a bad thing.
尤其在长江上，我们还经营着最大的邮轮的船队，也是中国的国宾团队。那么，无论从邮轮的建造到邮轮的经营，我们这方面都有一定的经验。所以，我想呢，作为帕尔马先生这样一个选择，我们会全力支持他，而且把这项工作做好。我们希望能建造一条和100年前的 Titanic 一样的，但是更先进、更舒适、更安全的船。
They're basically saying the new Titanic is going to be more comfortable and safer.
Clothes were different, and of course, every passenger
I
on
don't.
Titanic 2 will get a set of 1912 clothing to wear on
Basically,
the
what he said, you'll be given a set of 1912 clothing
tuxedos.
when you're going on board the Titanic
我感
too.
到帕尔马先生是真心实意的，而且是认真仔细的。他收集了不少泰坦尼克2号的资料，而且呢，设计了相关的一些方案。
The Titanic 2 project will generate a lot of noise around the world, and it will certainly be a major global success.
我觉得很神奇吧，一方面呢，泰坦尼克号是这样的一个全球瞩目的这样一个历史的事件，而且呢，在重建它呢，就好像是把我们的记忆重新复原一样，这也是全世界的一个集体的记忆。
It will be a different type of experience, and I believe that it will be an excitement for the public, for the passengers, and will be a great success.
对于中国，对于精灵船厂乘造泰坦尼克2号这件事来讲，我想可以用中国的一句古话来说：没有做不到，只有想不到。
We want to recreate in Titanic too the whole experience, the wonder that was in Titanic, and I think we can do that.
It's going to be a great adventure.
Let the journey begin.
To see what the Titanic 2 looked like after it's done. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with them making another Titanic. That's just something the world would agree with. Others would have their own opinion, but I just don't agree with another Titanic being built, so... So yeah, that was it. I just don't know what to think of it, really. I don't agree with it. Literally, I just love I love Titanic and everything about it. The history, stories of like the people who are on board Titanic, their stories of, you get the idea. I just don't agree with it. They're making another Titanic. So I hope you like this video. Like, comment and subscribe. Push the notification bell to be notified every time I upload. Love you all. Peace out.